up in the morning edition, Minister Simonet has a stern warning for anyone found cutting immigration deals. An unemployed mother seeks help, and St. Ambrose ACM prepares for that big fish fry. We are in the middle of Holy Week. Good morning, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and this is the Morning Edition. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Let's take a look at weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good morning, Basil.
Good morning, LaDawn. Our ZNS Tower cam depicting near clear skies. Just a few cumulus clouds floating around out there. And will these conditions persist? Well, stay tuned. The details all coming up later in the newscast. As we go to our satellite picture, you can see we have a ribbon of cloud just across North Cat Island stretching into the Exuma Keys. That is backing up as a warm front, and we'll move back into the northwest Bahamas later on today. But outside of our studios, we have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 72 degrees, relative humidity 68%, east-northeast winds at 6 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,017.7 millibars, that's 30.05 inches, and it is steady. Temperatures around the islands this morning, a cool 69 degrees up in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, also Greentown Key and Freeport in Grand Bahama. In the Berry Islands, 72, 74 degrees in Alistown, Bimini. In Harbor Island, 75 also in Roxanne, Eleuthera. Cat Island, that is out of town, 76, Daniel Key, 75 also in Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. San Salvador and Rim Key at 76 degrees. In Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay and Ackland, 77, 78 in Matchetown, Inagua, Turks and Caicos Islands at 78 degrees. And your boating forecast for today for all areas, we're going to have a northeast to east flow, 10 to 15 knots, and those wave heights around 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Tide-wise is going to be high at 5:45 this morning. Low tide takes place at 4 minutes past midday. That's going to do it for your first look at weather, the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Thanks a lot, Basil. Meanwhile, Jimonita Swain is standing by with Ashley Whitney and our traffic drone with the Bahamas First traffic report.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Good morning, LaDawn. Good morning, Bahamas. An awesome Wednesday morning shaping up. As you can see from our drone shot, we're here live at the East Street South and Independence Highway roundabout. A lot of activity on the streets as motorists making their morning commute. Some impatient, blowing their horns, trying to get off the roundabout as quickly as possible. But of course, as we mentioned to you earlier in the week, this is of course Holy Week. And for a number of students, they're out of school on their Easter break. Now, of course, they're going to be on the streets, a number of persons on the streets, young people, that is. And we want to talk to our traffic official, that is Corporal Decore Barr, just to find out what motorists need to bear in mind as this is, of course, the Easter break. Good morning, Corporal Barr.
Good morning, Jimonita. Good morning, Bahamas.
Now, as you mentioned, this is the Easter break, a number of activities unfolding, and a lot of young people are going to be out and about on the streets. What do you want our motorists to bear in mind?
We're going to ask motorists to be mindful, especially while in residential areas. We're going to have kids out on the streets. Some are going to be playing, some riding their bicycles. We know that there are places that they designated for them to do these things, but at the mind of a child, you can't predict what it is that you might do. So we're going to ask motorists while during your commute to pay special attention, again, especially in residential areas for children and young persons who may be out in the streets. Also, you know, sometimes we have kids who tend to wander or walk out into the shop. Be mindful of these persons as well while they attempt to cross the streets.
Well, of course, there will be a number of Easter egg hunts as well, so that's another area that we need to be mindful of. But are there any accidents on the streets that motorists need to be mindful of as they make their morning commute?
At this present time, we have nothing outstanding, no accidents to report, and no traffic congestions or obstructions. So the morning commuter should have a safe journey to and from wherever their destinations may be.
Well, thank you so much. That is, of course, Corporal Decore Barr of the Police Traffic Division. If you are on the streets, we urge you to drive safe and make sure to buckle up. Back to you in Studio LaDawn.
Thanks, Jimonita. Now on to our top story this morning. The immigration minister making it clear that anyone found being induced by bribes to release migrants from the detention center will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. The immigration minister, the Honorable Brent Simonet, spoke to the issue Tuesday as he responded to the U.S. Department of State's 2018 report that cited numerous Haitian migrants reported being detained by immigration officials and solicited for bribes of $3,000 to gain release from the detention center. Minister Simonet asks where there is proof of bribes.
If anyone knows of a bribe that is being paid to an immigration officer, call me up. My home number's in the book. My cell number is 359-2445. No one calls me. The report that they said did not substantiate in writing to me any claims to any proof or allegations of bribery. We have the case with the Americans that the FBI are looking at, which obviously have looked at. That's a concrete case. But we have to be careful. People go around saying this one bribed that one, this one bribed that one. I hear it all the time. But no one has yet to come forward to me with proof that I can go to court.
The government of the Bahamas is committed to ensuring that the country has the right balance of doctors, nurses, and all of the other professionals required for the advancement of health care moving forward. Minister of Health, Dr. the Honorable Dwayne Sand said recently, delivering the opening address at the opening ceremony for the National Medical Laboratory Professionals Week. Dr. Sand said the government, through the Ministry of Health, has also prioritized the implementation of an allied health program at the University of the Bahamas, the end result of which should see an increase in the recruitment of additional Bahamian laboratory professionals. Dr. Sand said he was also committed to undertaking a comprehensive evaluation of compensation across the public healthcare system as a necessary element to our approach to healthcare reform. A mother in her early 20s is in dire need of your financial support to get a better life for her and her son. 22-year-old Kayshell Anderson joined the unemployment line last year, July, and her attempts to find employment has not been successful. Anderson, who is embarrassed about her living accommodations, says she is desperate to find a job to feed her 2-year-old son, Kayron.
Things have been rough. Where I was staying, it was in Pinewood, where we had no light, and we had the pump water and stuff, and sometimes it used to leak when it rained, and had plenty of mosquitoes. And I was trying my best to get help because I don't want to stay in that same environment for long, because it's for the baby. I don't want him, it's for his health. They ain't give me no reason why. But I still trying.
Where have you tried to get another job?
I tried all the web shops. I had interviews, but I didn't get the chance to get the job.
The father of Anderson's child is in Jamaica and is unable to assist Kayshell because he is also unemployed. Kayshell says she is skilled in mathematics, keyboarding, cashing, and customer service. She made this appeal for help.
My mommy got in debt with bills, and she couldn't stay to the apartment, and the landlord did tell her she had to go, and now she is from place to place. And I from place to place too. I trying to stay one place. I hope before this month I get a job. Anyone, if you could reach out to me in any way you could, it don't matter, every little counts. You could contact me at 421-1200. As a person, I keep trying. I wouldn't give up.
The 53rd World Dance Congress is coming to the Bahamas. We are in studio with Dr. Ann Higgins, who is a part of that movement. Dr. Higgins, welcome to the Morning Edition.
It's nice to be here, LaDawn.
So, Dr. Higgins, give us a brief background of the actual Congress.
Well, the 53rd World Dance Congress is by United Nations of Dance, UNESCO, and this is the first time that they're holding their Congress in the Bahamas. And because the theme is spirituality and dance, and of course, liturgical dance was birthed here in the Bahamas over 34 years ago. So they want to know more about how we worship and how we celebrate. And during Holy Week, this is the appropriate time that over 40 nations are coming here to the Bahamas, over 200 delegates so far. And on Wednesday, the 24th, we will open up at the National Stadium, inviting all young people who's out of school to be a part of that. And on the 25th, Thursday night, we'll celebrate at Bahamas Faith Ministry, and the rest of the Congress will be at the Nassau Marriott.
And how important is this Congress for the Bahamas?
It's very important because the world is now recognizing spirituality in dance, liturgical dance, which in Europe especially has never embraced it. And now they're embracing it, and they're adding it into UNESCO, United Nations of Dance. So the world is coming to the Bahamas to help us celebrate.
Liturgical dance, why you decided to go into liturgical dance?
Well, liturgical dance, as you know, I came out of the casino, topless lead dancer, gave my life to the Lord, February 10th, 1985, and the rest is history. The Bahamas is now training our children how they can use their gift for the Lord and to worship God. And then it's now spread throughout the world, you know, with my traveling and teaching. And so now the world wants to come to the Bahamas, the place where God lives, so that they can see how we worship and how we celebrate with the arts and the gift that God has given us. And so we're excited, and it's also historic.
So how can one register for the conference?
Well, actually, the opening night sessions are free. It's by memberships. But the opening and closing ceremony, we're inviting the Bahamas to come and join us, especially on Wednesday the 24th at the stadium. Young people's school is out, and everybody's out of school, you know, so we're asking them to come and invite the public to come and celebrate. The world is coming here, and we want to really celebrate.
Dr. Higgins, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck on your Congress.
Thank you.
Coming up after the break, we're going to take a look at Cat Island's finest, Alvernia Car Rentals. That and more when the Morning Edition comes right back.
Fidelity has the tools you need to make getting out of debt simple. Our debt consolidation loans will help you reduce your monthly payments with a built-in savings plan that earns 5% interest. Fidelity even gives you a financial coach to help you stay on track. Even our credit cards earn reward points that can be used for free travel, hotel stays, Rubis Gas, John Bull, car rentals, and shopping. No need to fall victim to sweet talk. Tell those other banks to simply walk the talk. Call Fidelity today and get the help you really need with a real debt consolidation loan. Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is a PSA from We Buy, You Sell. The protection of your businesses, homes, and families is very important. We Buy, You Sell offers the best in hurricane impact windows and doors designed to withstand all categories of hurricanes, with prices beating our competitors by up to 50%. We also specialize in porcelain, mosaic, and plank tiles. We Buy, You Sell, located at number 163 Robinson Road. Call 677-2856 or 324-6427. We Buy, You Sell. Come and see us today.
Explore the world of agriculture with us. Join me, your host, Carla Palmer, for continued adventures in agriculture and the marine environment as we head into Season 2 of the program, Agriculture Now. That's Agriculture Now, moving to a new date and time, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m., right here on the ZNS Television Network.
The machinery of the government is always working to make the country better for present and future generations. But what does that machinery look like, and how does it really work? Find the answers to these questions and more as you hear directly from this administration's policymakers. Tune in to A Closer Look with Anthony Newbold, Mondays at 8 p.m. and Wednesdays at 9 a.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
Welcome back to the Morning Edition. There are some people who are just not content unless they are helping someone in need. Miriam Stapleton is one of them. She joins us this morning with the Sisters, Andrea Sweeting. Ms. Stapleton, Mr. Sweeting, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Stapleton, talk to me a little bit about how did this initiative come about?
Well, it started off with my daughter Zaria last year when she would have started a can drive to help to, and she brought several organizations together to bring funds to help the Sister Breast Cancer Support Group. However, you know how we go. We didn't just want to just donate those funds and then simply just not continue the initiative. So what we decided to do, this year, I'm a part of the Star Trackers Track Club as well as JK Bahamas. And since Andrea, we asked her how can we assist, what help she needed, and she said she had some coins, and we bought both organizations together, which is basically organizations that involves a lot of youths, and have them donate their time and wrap the coins, which was something that was going to be, you had those coins for quite a while, right?
Yes,
for quite a while, so we decided to help in our time, which is the most valuable thing that we can actually offer.
And how much money?
Well, we had $220 of pennies alone, and that's not even the coins. And in addition to that, we at the Star Trackers would have, we took a little offering and we would have donated over $200. And then also JK Bahamas is also promising to donate something as well to the Sister Breast Cancer Support Group. So we're hoping that we can do this every year and help Andrea as much as we can, simply because cancer is something that has hit each and every one of us, whether it's a friend or a family member. It's touched every home.
Ms. Reading, talk to me a little bit about how has this initiative helped the Sister Breast Cancer
We're
Support
truly
Group?
thankful, and she mentioned Zaria. When we first met Zaria, it was at school, and it was a can drive, and that went off very well. And since then, Miriam and Zaria has been truthfully really good to the group, and we want them to know that it's not just Andrea, it's the group. And we're really excited because of the mere fact, as she mentioned, we got the pennies, first of all, from Kingsway Academy, and we've had them for a while, and we just couldn't figure out how to get them all rolled up. So when I mentioned it, she said, we can do them for you. I was so excited. And just to see the camaraderie of the persons that morning on Saturday to get this all together truly made me feel so good. And to know that they're going to do even more. So we're happy about that. And we just want to say, yes, it does help the group very, very much. So far for the year, we've already gifted 68 porta cats. 68. So you could understand why the need is there. We also do what we call serving tea at oncology on a Tuesday morning. And so that's another initiative that we started, just to get a closer contact with our survivors and our patients when they're going through their treatments, to let them know how much we care. And we could not do this if we didn't have the support of the public. And so we ask you, please don't ever forget that we are here to assist, and we are grateful.
Mrs. Sweeting, Mrs. Stapleton, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck on your Wrap the Coins for Cure initiative. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Good Friday is almost here, and the fish are jumping. The men of St. Ambrose Anglican Church are busy preparing for their upcoming fish fry. Charles Fisher sought them out. Here's what he found.
It was a fishy Tuesday night. All hands getting dirty, putting in those long hours, making sure all the fish was clean and ready for the pot. The Anglican Church Men of St. Ambrose has been doing this for the last 10 years. Head of the ACM is Oswald Nixon.
We will come together and clean the fish, and that's what all hands on deck right now, cleaning the fish and making sure we have all of these fish ready for Friday. We're actually planning for about 400 meals, so we have 400 plus fish here, easy.
It's all about the secret ingredients. Humphrey Simmons, the mixer.
We have sort of mastered over the past several years, because it's a mass seasoning. You have to do it. We're doing 400 plus fish, and you cannot do that individually. Okay. So we use a technique whereby we combine certain ingredients and let that marinate for approximately 20 minutes, and then we package them for processing and marinating, and then they're good for Good Friday. The first fish and the last fish, the seasoning is the same. Okay? Okay. And while we are here as men, we socialize. Okay? And when we socialize, we taste from the first batch to the last batch to see that they are the same. Okay. Okay? Okay. Okay. We make sure that each batch is the same.
Not only will the fish be on sale, but also tasty treats.
This year I decided to make fish fritters, lobster and shrimp fritters, also conch fritters.
The fish fry starts at 12 noon right after the Good Friday Mass. For the ZNS News Network, I'm Charles Fisher.
Something devastating happened to Cecil Roberts recently. His mother was hit by a car and she died from her injuries. Imagine being in such a situation, and to make matters worse, you have no money to bury your loved one. Junior Achievement Company Culture has come to the rescue and has planned a fun run walk to assist with costs. Cecil Roberts and Selena Bellot from the company Culture joins us this morning to give us details. Selena, Cecil, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thank you.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about, I guess, what actually happened to your mother.
Okay, I was in the library doing my coursework because I have BGCSE coming up. So I received a call from my sister stating that your mother got knocked down. So I said, "You sure it's my mother?" Then she said, "Yes." So I called the police and I told the police that if they heard about any fatalities that happened, they said yes. And then it was confirmed that my mother had died. And I felt so sad because that was my mommy. Me and her had a close bond. I never lived with her because I lived with my grandma and my daddy, but me and my mommy still had that bond and a relationship. And I really do miss her.
How did J.A. become involved in this initiative?
Well, hearing about the situation, we, knowing that he's one of us, we decided to do something to reach out because friends helping friends, and we all think that we should help each other through times like this.
And why a fun run walk?
We thought of a fun run walk because it's exciting and it also encourages health and it would help Cecil.
When is it, and how much does it cost for persons to take part?
Well, it's going to be on Easter Monday, which is Monday the 22nd of April. It's cost $10 and it's from Goodman's Bay to Malia and back at 7 a.m.
And Cecil, how much will the funeral actually cost you and your family?
It'll take like donation of $10 because the part proceeds goes towards my family. So it'll cost like $10 for donation for everybody to come.
And when do you expect to bury your mother?
It hasn't yet been finalized yet, but Rescue reached out to us and gave us a complimentary gift of a funeral package free of charge. So the part proceeds that is coming from the fun run walk will just go towards my family and doing the stuff that we need to do, like getting prepared for the funeral.
Cecil, Selena, thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck on your initiative.
Thank you so much.
Charles, what's coming up in sports?
Well, coming up in sports, the Fed Cup tennis team, they start competition today, and the Carifta track and field and swim team, their bags are all packed to leave first thing Thursday morning.
It's so easy to get the best prices on home renovations, house and lot package deals, and installation services. Just stop by Alcal Plaza, Faith Avenue South. Check out INC Window Suppliers for hurricane impact windows, doors, and installations. INC Construction is there to handle your home and lot packages, top quality home renovations, building driveways and walls for you at the best prices around. And don't forget to stop by 3C's Wholesale Snacks and Beauty Supplies for designer bags and a whole lot more. Alcal Plaza, Faith Avenue South.
Call now 677-1664 or 803-6857.
They come from around the Caribbean to test their athletic skills and see who will carry home gold. Don't miss the excitement of Carifta 2019, April 20th through 22nd from the Cayman Islands. Make sure your business gets in on the excitement with a ZNS advertising package tailored just for you. Call us at 502-3800 or 3801 and get in on the region's biggest track and field event.
Good morning once again. Our ladies Fed Cup tennis team all set to swing into competition this morning in Lima, Peru. Their first match will be against Barbados. Meantime, our Carifta swim and track and field teams, they are all set to leave Thursday morning. The tracksters holding their final team meeting and practice on Tuesday at the Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium before making the trek to the Cayman Islands. Also went through a few relay exchanges. This year's team 50 members strong and will include first-timers Marcus and Joseph, Stephen Farquharson and Ulia Joseph.
I feel a little nervous, of course, because I know I have to go there and do my best. I'm expecting gold. I really want to bring back the gold. I work hard for it, so that's what I really expected. And then I just want to go there and do my best.
This being my first time at the Carifta level is such a wonderful experience for me, and I just have to thank God for getting me here. I was not actually that confident myself because I actually started out as a baseball player, and I just decided I wanted to do track, and I started high jump. But I didn't think I would actually get as far as the Carifta trials.
I am happy and joyful that I made the Carifta team because I didn't experience that I would make it, and it's a great experience. I am getting trained better. I would like to thank all my coaches and everybody who supported me, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have made it, and they believed in me, and I did.
Well, sprinter Terrence Jones is back for his second run. 200 and 400 in both relays will be his workload.
I feel that I have more experience because of last year, and I feel that this year I had a great season coming into Carifta. I feel like I'll be able to bring home a gold medal or two.
Driscoll Roll repeating as Bahamas Bowling Federation national champion. Domination over the last 3 years has not come with lots of work being put in.
I watch a lot of videos. I also do a lot of study as well, trying to up my game. You know, I'm considered as an amateur because I do this part-time. And so I do watch videos of the professionals away to try and, to see what I can do to improve myself. First of all, sparing. This tournament, I missed several spares. Oh my goodness. I missed several 7-pins, several 10-pins. And I said, you know what, today, let's make sure you cover your spares. And I made those spares today. So just, making sure I have confidence in myself, being confident with my shot on the lane, watching my ball roll over my mark, and just working that process in my mind. I've done it in practice. This should not be any different. Just think of it as practice and just execute.
Good job on the weekend. That's going to be a wrap on sports. Thanks for watching.
Live, weather, sports, and entertainment. Wake up with the Morning Edition. Weekdays, 7 a.m. right here on the ZNS Television Network.
In our final look at weather, we have a ribbon of clouds stretching across North Cat Island and Exuma Keys. That's associated with a frontal system which is backing up as a warm front over the northwest Bahamas, and that will trigger 1 or 2 spotty showers during the course of the day. Our forecast for today called for a mix of cloud and sunshine with spotty showers. High temperature today getting up to 84 degrees. And tonight, we're looking at patchy clouds with a few more showers in the mix. Low temperature around 74 degrees. And the extended weather forecast over the next 7 days, mid-80s right into Friday. Things will dip a bit on Saturday as yet another frontal system moves into the area. That will trigger some showers on Saturday, but things drying out quite nicely as we head into Sunday and the early part of next week. LaDon?
Thanks a lot, Basil, and that's it for us today. We look forward to you joining us tomorrow on Moon Day Thursday. I'm LaDon Davis. Have a great day, everyone.